I intend to keep it within an hour so that we can go over to ABC directly from here. Yes, please click on the share button as you join. Click on the share button as you join. Um, Excellent. I'm trying to see if I can get some of those comments and to be sure that my sound is good. No, I can't hear myself. I think I can only presume that the sound is good. But let me see. So, good evening. That's wonderful. I think I can now get the comments. It seems the sound is good. Many people are saying that the sound is good. Please click on the share button. I intend to keep this broadcast very short and precise, and we shall be going straight to the point. But before I come to my presentation, please, I want to make sure we hit at least 200 people. We have 6 more people to go. Click on the share button so I can start. Now I see. Great. Wonderful. They all say the sound is good. I think we have nothing else that can pull us back. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians, I come today with a lot of fire for my eye. And I come today with a lot of anger in my soul and in my spirit. Today, that kind of day way, for those who understand spiritual things, that kind of day way, you feel the anger, you get anguish, that anger into your spirit, where it make you just decide to pray brutally. You understand? This one are one of those days, but this one an anger of positivity, be kind of negative anger, an anger where you see the Bible says, since from the days of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violent shall take it by force. Sometimes a lot of people they be so relaxed about things that concern their lives. You go hear some person go say, well, whatsoever is mine is mine. No, she done for day. Talk say that chop we dey for kitchen, if na your own, you go come it up for parlor. In life, the worker so. I be sorry say I start today without even greeting. In fact, why I go for the salute when there is fire in the mountain, when house the burn, problem dey inside house, time for protocol no day. Now so me I dey very straight and direct. I don't get time for nonsense protocol. Yes, Papa, Mami, them as alone now. Don't want to be good evening because there is nothing good about the evening or good afternoon. Nothing not be good about the afternoon. Yes, so I'm not going to pretend for just make be a normal statement, good evening and good afternoon. There is nothing good about the afternoon and there is nothing good about the day. Yes, and why the way I can't talk for this 1 hour before the telethon for ABC start. Papa and Mami them. You see, if you now read them for screen, I don't put and say Ambazonians get up from slumbering. Yes, get up from your trance. Get up from slumbering and sleeping. Listen, this is war. This is war. Brothers and sisters, La République, no the joke. La République, no the play. La République, no the take the thing lightly. I don't know why would they take this thing lightly. Yes, when I tell you they take them lightly, because when you see the reactions of some people, you see the reactions of some Ambazonians, you know say they still sleep. Some people never even realize we they at war simply because nobody for their family never be touched. Oh, because some of them they fine. Some of them fit port their family to Douala and to Yaoundé for bush. Then they fine. I try to calm down myself so that I can communicate the message I get them. Because if I really come out so emotional, I know if you talk fluently. I know if you pass out the message. And which will be important right now and today, that the message will bring them. Because in the message, there is power and fire to vitalize anybody and for reawaken anyone who's been slumbering and sleeping. Yes, brothers and sisters, Papa and Mami there. You see, for 60 years plus, we done the suffer in the hands of La Republique. This one and a thing way I get for the tell you, where any man get for still the tell we, because the suffering be so tangible, it be so real, the pain, it be so tangible and touchable. Where even blind man fit see am, mumu fit talk am, deaf man fit hear am. You can hear the pain of our people, of the land. There is mourning, there is agony, there is crying, there is pain in the land, brothers and sisters. For any man with still sleep, I put this video for screen. This one are the daily life of our people. It don't become somehow used to and normal. Say right now inside Ambazonia, inside our territory, every day na a day of mourning, every day na a day of crying. Whereas when you cross the border, you go across the Mongo, then they drink their beer, then they celebrate, then they follow their woman them, then they follow their master them, then they chop their bunny fish for a fish. They are living well, they are okay. They did them fine. But every day, look, more be realistic, fellow Ambazonians. Tell me which one day don't pass for this revolution, which one day don't pass for this fight. One day don't pass. We never get a picture where some person die. Almost on daily basis. You get picture where they don't kill some person for society. They don't kill some. So every day, somebody is dying. At least 5 or 10 people are dying every day in Ambazonia. These ones are the ones who will be able to get the pictures, will get the image. What about the one that they kill them in silence, where we don't even get the pictures? Every day, inside our territory, inside our land, inside our country, in our homeland, in the place you call homeland. Every day. This has become the normal lifestyle. The mourning has become a normal lifestyle. Crying, this agony has become the normal lifestyle of the people. It has become a daily routine. Mothers are crying. Mothers. When you take a look at this video, and amongst others, all the videos you have on the net, what comes to your mind? What do you think? What do you feel? Oh, maybe you are one of those who say, because some of you, this is where I think it's very sensitive. Some people, because they are family members, when they look at these mothers crying, and they see these women crying, they have no connection to them. They have no empathy. They cannot relate with them because it's not their mother, it's not their sister. The person is not from their village. They don't know the individual. They don't know that woman who is crying. So they don't have any feeling. They cannot relate to it. So they are like, well, so other family don't lose a pikin, some person don't die. But wait on, hold on. This could be your mother. This could be you. Just because it is not you or it has not reached your family doesn't mean that you should be indifferent. Listen, when I see the things when they happen for this revolution, when I see what they happen, some of we, I think over 90% of we would still sleep, even the ones in the revolution. Okay, bring down the facts. I like to talk, and I like speaking with the facts on the table. I like talking. I like when I bring the facts, the undeniable facts on the table. Point number 1, 2017, September 22nd, the Ambazonian people took upon themselves to go on the streets and protest. It was a peaceful protest. We saw mothers, women came out with peace plans. We saw people came out with, I'm about to put a picture on the screen. We see Mami them. They came out with peace plans, protesting for their human rights to be respected. Over 1,000 people were killed on September 22nd, 2017 alone. Over 1,000 people were killed, both in the northern zone of Ambazonia and in the southern zone of Ambazonia. I have a relative who narrated a story to me that by then a Kema Patrick of Boya wanted them to give them a land so that they will go and use it as a mass grave. Imagine now, this is a true story, a true story. I have a relative who told me a Kema Patrick wanted to get land from them so that they will use it to bury, as mass graves, to bury people. And they refused. And because of that, they were on hunt. Ekema Patrick had to send armies and people to hunt them down, that they are in support of Ambazonians, because they refused to give him sacred land to go and bury the people in the bush, mass graves. September 22nd, 2017. Over 1,000 people were killed. Over 1,000 of our brothers and sisters were killed, not to talk of those who were arrested and illegally transported to Yaoundé. Many of them are still in the prisons. They are in Douala, they are in Chang. They are suffering and dying in the prisons. We also saw a video late last year of the mass graves in Yaoundé. Okay, 22nd of September 2017. Our people were brutally killed. Many of them were illegally arrested. Why? Because they went out to the streets to protest for their human rights to be respected. And how did they do it? They went out with peace plans like this mom. Look at this mother. Look at the woman on the screen. What sign of trait is she portraying to you? Of what danger is she to the society? An old mother like this one who can barely walk. She's on the street protesting for her human right to be respected. She's having peace plant in her hand as a sign of a peaceful protest. Yet, it don't become something normal, almost something normal, a daily routine in our territory, in our community. But I'm not here to remind you of the pain. I'm not here to remind us of the pain, but I'm here to bring out some key facts to us. I'm here to open our eyes so that for those who've been slumbering and sleeping, I have a message for you. Stop slumbering. It's time for you to get up. It's time for each and every one of us to get up. It's time for us to shake off the shackles. It's time for us to break loose the chains. It's time for us to take off the scales, our eyes. It's time for you and I to begin to perceive when we see. When we look at the realities, for us to perceive them. I have the feeling that so many people are still living in a cocoon. Even their minds are so clouded. That's why they can't perceive the reality of what is happening to us. Imagine for once, 2017, ever since La République, there's been no day that has gone by without an Ambazonian, a British Southern Cameroonian, being killed by La République du Cameroun. We all know that it was on September 22nd, 2017, that the whole thing escalated when the mothers, the brothers, the sisters, they went to the streets to overcome their fears. La République du Cameroun had committed ever since genocide in that territory, continuously till date. Now, I'm not here to remind us of our pains, but I'm here to make us understand one thing. These pains are real. The pain is real. You know, sometimes I know it's difficult for us to relate to these things when it is not a direct relative, right? If it is not a family member, if it is not a friend, a relative, a cousin, your mother. Now you see the women I just portrayed on the screen that were crying. You know, sometimes it's easy to look at those things and feel reluctant because you are not related to them. But listen, this could be your mother, this could be your auntie, this could be your sister. Today it is this lady you don't know. Tomorrow it can be your mother. I know a lot of people are writing me on the background and they're saying, Mr. Nanchop, oh, my brother was killed, my cousin was killed, my this was killed. That was not the case a year ago. But today, the story has changed. It is creeping into your family. What does that tell you? It tells us that as long as this thing continues, with us being the victim, the perpetrator will not stop. The international community is dormant. All they do is they condemn the genocide. They recognize it that this is genocide. They are condemning it, but nobody is taking any preventive measures to make the thing not to become worse. Now the thing has metamorphosed from bad to worse, and now the situation has become worse. Now, listen, brothers and sisters. For us to fold our arms and wait for someone else to do that which we have to do, it's a shame. It will not happen. The international community will not step in without us standing up, because La République has the green card to do anything and everything with us. Look at what happened today. Listen, yesterday we had a lockdown in both the northern and the southern zone of Ambazonia. In the territory of La République du Cameroon, their youths, their brothers, their sisters, their mothers, their fathers, their children went out to the streets to protest against the dictatorial regime of Dictator Biya. Nobody was killed. No one was shot, at least not to my knowledge, as of this present moment. None of them were killed or was killed. None of them was shot dead. But we see that our people were even killed on the same day. People were in their houses. Those who were in their homes, they were obeying the ghost towns, minding their businesses. The armies, the gendarmes, the police of Dictator Biya, they had to go. Oh my God. The police and the gendarmes of Dictator Biya, they had to go and break into their houses, killing women and children. What does this tell you? La République and their people are there on the streets protesting. The Ambazonians are being killed. I want us to compare the two September 22nd. There was something I want us to play a game right now. And I want us to participate. I want each and every one of us to participate on this game, in the sense that, let me put something on the screen. I'm going to put something on the screen so that we can see, because sometimes some people learn best when they can see, what you're talking about. These stories I'm trying to tell and the narratives I'm trying to bring up, it might not sink into some people, but let me put this on the screen. September 22nd, 2020. La République citizens, Ambazonian citizens. If you look at the La République citizens, street protests, Ambazonia, there was ghost town. In La République, none killed. In Ambazonia, 5 were killed. If you look at the street protest, you will see that there was a poor turnout. In Ambazonia, the ghost town was actively respected. There was the obedience, it was fully obeyed by the Ambazonian people. If you look at the plan that Camto had in orchestrating this street protest, it was a failed attempt. If you should compare it to that of September 22nd, 2017, that of Ambazonia was successful. Now the game remains open. The rest you can call in and say it for yourself. But if you look at the things I just portrayed on the screen, you will see the difference, right? You will see that even though the protest was in La République, none of them were killed. Why? Because is their brother. They talk about the one and indivisible Cameroon. They talk about Cameroon is one. They talk about we are brothers and sisters. But look at it. It's clear. This should be clear now to everyone, to every Ambazonian, whosoever is still slumbering or sleeping. And this message I want to pass especially to those who think that we should by any means, especially Ayok Tabe Julius, Eric Tato, Tapang Ivo, all these criminals who are still dreaming and thinking that by some means we should go in for a special status with La République du Cameroun. By some means, peradventure, we should go in for a kind of confederation or federal system. Brothers and sisters, fellow Ambazonians, by now, if you were still sleeping and dreaming in that class, hoping that by some means we can still live with these people. You should understand by now that you went out on the 22nd of September to protest. They killed over 1,000 of you, whereas it was a peaceful protest. Their citizens went out yesterday to also protest. I didn't see them carrying plans, but no one was killed. Instead, Bia had his soldiers and his armies in the territory of Ambazonia, and they were killing our people. We were respecting ghost towns. My goodness. What does this tell you? That you are nothing. Our lives means nothing to these people. Someone is calling. Please, if you want to call. Hello, who's on the line? Yes, sir.
I want to speak a little bit, about certain things because I'm not very happy with the situation now.
Okay, please, can you be a little bit louder?
What?
Try to be a little bit audible. Be more audible. We can't get you well.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
You can't get me what?
Hold on, sir. Hold on. Let me put you. You're on loud. Okay, so just go on. I hope the viewers can get you. We are listening, sir. You have a minute.
Yeah. I'm a rare Ambazonian that for quite a long time now, for 4 years now, I've been sitting down, watching, observing everything. I'm very, very angry, and I'm seeing children dying every day. But what my main issue is, we are not concentrating on whatever thing is going on the ground. You know what I mean? We are sitting, insulting each and everyone.
Excuse me, sir. Listen. You just said that you are an Ambazonian and you've been sitting and observing, meaning you've not been active. So how do you expect a change when you are not active? You're not serious, man. You can't just sit on the background and they are killing our people. For 4 years now, you said you've been sitting on the background and monitoring everything.
I'm participating, but I've never called anybody to speak to me.
Okay, so what's the message you want to pass right now? You have 30 seconds.
My main message is, the main issue is back home. We need to give those people materials to stand up.
Okay, wonderful idea.
You know what I mean?
You are right. I can agree with you on that. Have you drafted for your county? From what county are you, sir?
Yeah, I don't need to. I will tell you, I'm coming. It's from Kumba. You know what I mean?
You are from Meme. Kumba should be Meme.
Meme.
Okay, great. Have you drafted for Meme?
I've been drafting with that for quite a long time.
I just want a yes or no. Did you draft? Because
yes.
I have your number.
100%. 100%.
Okay, I'll allow that to be verified. Thank you, sir, for your message. I think your message is clear enough, and I can relate to that. Now, fellow Ambazonians, the point is clear. Listen, one thing that I will not tolerate, Mr. Nanchop, I will not tolerate in this revolution is passiveness, lukewarmness. You can never be inactive and passive and allow others to go and do the job, and you condemn and you are expressing your disgruntledness, your unhappiness on how things are not moving the way they should. What about you doing it the way it should? No, many people who are condemning others in this revolution, they themselves are very inactive. They will sit at the background doing nothing. When they say let's draft. Now, someone just called, and I love what he said. He said, we have to give our boys defending homeland what they need to defend homeland. It's a statement of fact. I can't deny that. And that's a statement of fact. But now the point here is, how would that happen if you don't contribute? Would you want to do it? How do you want those guys to get what is needed to defend homeland if you don't participate in the donation? So, you see all those who sit at the background, and they're talking trash. Oh, my trip to Boya. Oh, some even said, don't give your money, don't draft. That draft is a charade, it's a shame. Shame to them. If there's any activist in this revolution that ever told you that you should not draft, you should not support self-defense, that person is a shame. You should know by now that that person is against the revolution. You look at what is happening to our people back home. Did you get the images? Today, this morning, in Lizoka village, you got the story how 5 innocent boys were killed, and a mother collapsed and died because she could not resist the pain seeing that her son was killed. I just played the video of Mothers crying. Our mothers crying. Now, some of you can be very indifferent about this because it's not your mother. Yes, no, because you think, oh, it's not my mother. My mommy don't die. No, my mommy. Oh, it's not my brother that was killed. It's not my relative. Oh, it happened in the southern zone. Oh, it happened in the northern zone. But think tomorrow, it can be your own relative. So the better and the earlier we take preventive measures now, the better. Listen to me. I want to speak as an individual, and this has nothing to do with the interim government or whatsoever. This is the opinion of Mr. Nanchop. I believe the best way to defend yourself in this life is to attack. We've been so defensive. La Republique is the one that has declared war on us, and ever since they've been killing us, brothers and sisters, I personally have nothing against it when we make them feel the same pain we are feeling, because the international community has called for peace, has called for these killings to stop. La Republique, because they are on the offensive, they will never come to the negotiation table. They don't want to come. The Swiss talks are there. The Swiss has opened their doors for peace talks, for a peace protest, for a peace dialogue, a peaceful dialogue, I would rather say. La République du Cameroon, because they know they have the yam and the knife. They are on the offensive. They have nothing to lose. We are the ones feeling the pain. It is our mothers and our sisters, our brothers that are dying. On that note, I am saying that it's high time for us to take it into La Republique. When their mothers, their brothers, and their sisters begin to feel the pain our people are feeling, then they will see that there is no need for a nonsense war. They will know that war is evil. They will know that war is not good. Because listen, right now, La Republique feel they can kill our people. They can kill our mothers, kill our brothers, kill our sisters, and nothing is happening to them. They don't feel the pains. You know, we are the ones crying every day. Our mothers are crying. Our sisters are crying. Our fathers are crying. There is agony in the land. There is lamentation in the land. There is pain in the land. Oh, can you imagine? Think about it. Yesterday, Canton led a protest in the French, in their territory in La République du Cameroun. No one was killed. But when we wanted to do the same in our territory, they killed over 1,000 of us. What does that mean to you? Their governor, their colonial governor to the southern zone even came up and said, we are dogs. My brothers and sisters, listen to me. In genocide, one of the levels of genocide is when that's the dehumanization level, where you are no more regarded as a human being. When they start calling us dogs and they are killing us as dogs and animals, it means our lives have no meaning to them. I see a lot of people talking about Black Lives Matter in the US and whatsoever. Think about it back home, in the land you call Ambazonia, in the British Southern Cameroons. La République du Cameroun is killing our people. Yes, the international community has called for them to stop. There was a talk about a ceasefire. La République never dared to even mind about it because they don't feel any pain. If you go across the Mongo, their citizens are fine. Everyone is good. They are okay. They send their soldiers to our territory. They will break into homes, pick out boys, and kill them. And this goes on every day, every day, every day. I am saying this as Mr. Nanchop. And as I said, this is my own opinion. The best way to defend yourself is to attack. The time has come for La République to feel the same pain. If not, they will not see the need for this thing to stop. They will not see the need for any peace. They will not see that this war, because they are the ones perpetrating this nonsense. They will not see the need for this thing to stop. And I want to talk to us, some of us Ambazonians. We are very indifferent because it was somebody else's mother that was killed today. It was somebody else's brother that was killed today. It was not your brother. So you want to be indifferent about it. Now, I want to be very clear. I don't support war. I am not for war. I am not for the killing of innocent people. I am not for that. And that's why I support the peace and the Swiss-led talks. That's why I stand with the international community. I stand with the EU. I stand with the Europe, with Americans. I stand with the Canadians, with the Switzerlands. I stand with all these nations that are condemning the war, that are saying that there must be an emergency stop to this war. But La République du Cameroon, headed by an octogenarian dictator who's been in power for over 40 years, does not want to obey. Listen, dictators don't obey peace talks. They don't have time for peace talks. They don't have time for peaceful negotiations. They understand war. So, La République du Cameroon, dictator Biya, that's why he declared war upon us. Until now, it has been a one-way thing. They go into our territory, they are killing us. We've been on the defensive, trying to protect ourselves, you see. And, they are not feeling the pain. But I think, and this is my own personal opinion, that it's time for them to feel the pain. When they start feeling the pain, they will stop the war. They will see the need for the war to be stopped. I'm not mincing words. But it is not normal for us to just remain there and be victims and we are only on the defensive. The best way to defend yourself is to attack. It's time for La République to feel the same pain. Then they will obey the Americans. They will obey the European Union. They will obey the Swiss-led talks for peace. They will see the need for peace talks. Ambazonians, get up from slumbering. Get up from slumbering. Get up from slumbering. And you see people that go bomb the bomb place, they make this thing happen. What nonsense! Oh, they go shoot one police. They say, oh, don't kill one Ekelebe. Nonsense! You kill one Ekelebe, they kill 20 of the people. Every day in Ambazonia, at least 10 people dies. Every day. You kill one Ekelebe per week. And then you talk nonsense. No. Now the day inside Mezam, they attack. Momo, they attack. What about the other parts? What you about they do? It's time for us to get up from slumbering. Yes, I take responsibility for what I'm saying. You see, in as much as, we don't want war, we don't promote war, we don't promote the killing of innocent people, La République and dictator Biya does not understand peace. It's over a year now. They've been calling them for a peaceful dialogue. La République has deliberately refused any peaceful negotiations. He don't want to stop. He's not aiming at stopping the war. So we must force him to stop the war. And if it means for us to attack him back, then we have to do it. Listen to me, listen. Self-defense is instinctive. You can't be attacking me and you are pushing me to the wall and you will not want me to retaliate. It's time for us to retaliate and we must do it brutally. Brutally. There must be blood. Yes, La République must feel the pain of our mothers and fathers and sisters. Enough is enough. I'm tired of this nonsense, seeing my mothers and fathers crying every day. Yes, women are crying. People are dying every day. And La République, they are happy. Yes, take a look at this. I have a call on the line. Hello, sir. Welcome to Amber Voice with Mr. Nanchop.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Nanchop.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I don't get so much for talk. These killings will our Republic than they do we. Look, make we forget about all these things say we attack Ekelebe them, kill them. Kill Ekelebe for waiting. When they kill Ekelebe today, they bring another Ekelebe tomorrow. Look, now the time for people them to defend themselves and defend yourself in any means that you have. We don't talk this thing time and over and again. It be very clear. If we never show say we be angry, nobody no will come for can support we. Why are they talk so? They kill we every day. We cry. Why the La Republic citizens them? They move so majestically inside the city them. They do business. They even try for kill down ghost town. We look at. Is that not stupidity? Is that not stupidity? Why we get for the wasteful time to go the attack Ekelebe them? La Republic citizens them supposed to stand go down. They supposed to stand go down. When they start go down so, which be the multiplier effect? They go force La Republic government for stop these killings. They do the killings because we not take any reaction. Would I just put up for ourselves say, would they just get for the Kiwi? Sam, make a challenge all Ambazonians, them, the restoration forces, them. When you hear say they don't kill Ambazonians for some side, you don't need for investigate. Retaliate back with any republic citizen inside Southern Cameroon. If una no do am so una forget, you know, una no waste una time go attack Ekelebe them. You know say una fit prove am. If una fit kill Ekelebe the way they get gone, then why the La Republic citizens them? This thing that turn a different thing. They kill we the La Republic citizens the way they stay only inside Ulan. They no fit protest talk about what they should not quiet. Then we look am. If we not do am so, they go kill we all go finish. But when we retaliate, what to be the impact na sweetie? Their citizens they go start fight for their government like Republic, make them stop that rubbish. Make them stop that rubbish. So at the talk, I want challenge all the Ambazonian restoration forces there. We not get for proof say they kill some Ambazonian for some side. Me and I wait the whole day for some particular place for Ambazonia for retaliation for some particular La Republic people. Me up to now another year. Then now which kind of fight will we fight? No, just forget about Ekelebe. Ekelebe they don't get anything to do. Kill the La Republic citizens and if they feel go like 10, when I go see the counter reaction way it go happen. La Republic go stop that rubbish. Thank you, bro. I know I'm go ahead, but I want just teach. I want just talk a lesson for my brother and say, if we only don't be full hands, we will not retaliate back with the La Republic citizens. Them, they go finish we all. We get that capability. If we kill Ekelebe them, what of this? See what really happened today for Limbe, Boya, Bamenda them. When they say ghost town, most of those people the way they try for hate, they really want to keep this ghost town. Now the La Republic citizens them. So make we go direct to the point and stop dancing around the bush. As we plan talk, if any Ambazonian person die for some place, I be expect up to now, I still wait a La Republic person supposed to go down. Thank you, bro. Good evening.
Thank you. Now, I want to add something to that, brothers and sisters. You see, it be very shocking for me, for Sisi, when I see what you La Republic do. Any man will be see the sleep for the revolution. Any man will be see the take self-defense lightly. You look and say, now the only option we'll get them now. That's the only option we have now. The international community is delaying to step in to bring in preventive measures. You know, so the only option we have now is to defend ourselves. And one of the best ways to defend yourself is to attack. If not, your enemy will never feel the pain you're feeling and will never see the need to stop doing what he or she is doing. La République du Cameroon right now. Look at what is happening. If you look at the worst thing is seeing that they are killing our people, seeing the agony and the pain our people are going through. And then you have some people amongst us. Now, I want to talk at the county level. You will see that at the county level, you have a lot of confusions. Now, we are raising the Amber War draft. La République, including Sisiko Ayok Julius Tabe. Now, I want you to get this. Ayok Tabe has created a lot of confusion amongst the counties. Can you imagine that the gang of Ayok Tabe Julius has taken upon themselves the responsibility to infiltrate the counties and the defense departments of the counties? Now, I want each and every one of you watching me right now. That's why I have oftentimes on this platform said that you must be active in your county. You must make your voice heard. You must know what is happening in your county. It is a must. If not, we stand the danger of allowing unqualified people who don't have the heart to do it at the forefront. And these are the same people who are, listen, they are mingling with Ayok Julius Tabe, who does not want to see the success of this revolution, with the aim that it is coming from Dr. Sako, because right now, Dr. Sako is the main pilot of this revolution. Yes. So, you have individuals in the revolution. They don't want they don't want to see it. So, every idea he's bringing up, don't forget, Dr. Sako remains and goes into the history of Ambazonia as the father of self-defense. He remains and goes into the history of Ambazonia as the father of self-defense. Ayok Tare was moving around collecting money, claiming he's doing diplomacy till date. Diplomacy is good, but we have not seen any fruit from that diplomacy. As a matter of fact, the interim government, under the leadership of His Excellency Samuel Ikomisako, they have embarked on two things: diplomacy and self-defense, which is our natural and national human right. So taking this into consideration, you will see that we have the right, and it's a must for us to embark right now on self-defense. So we must actively all participate in defending homeland. If not, now today you are seeing these videos of the mothers. Their children have been killed and they are crying, they are lamenting. And you feel you are not touched, right? Because your relative has not been killed. Your brother, your sister, your cousin has not been killed. But tomorrow, it might be your mother. It might be your brother. It might be your relative. So if we don't take preventive measures now to stop this and to pull La République for a peaceful dialogue, they will not stop it. That's one of the reasons you and we must all engage in doing this drafting. We must draft and we must encourage the fire power of self-defense. In other words, self-protection. Because we have tried peace talks. We are already there waiting for La République in Switzerland. They don't want to come. Ambazonians are willing to participate in the Swiss dialogues. We are willing for the negotiations, for the peace talks. La République is not willing. Why? Because he's not feeling the pain. He's the one killing our people. It's high time they start feeling that pain. It's high time I see the mothers and fathers of La République du Cameroon also cry because they are losing their children. They will be the ones to go to the streets to tell Biya, stop the war. They will tell their sons, listen, have you noticed the soldiers and the armies that are killing our people are all from French Cameroon? They are the Francophones, as they used to call them. They are French speaking. They don't have any feeling for us. We are not humans to them. They call us dogs. That's why they can kill us without remorse. That's why they kill us. They do whatsoever they are doing. That's why they are killing us. They don't feel for us. You see, but if their mothers will feel the pain of their children, when the mothers too will lose the children, just like our mothers are losing us, the mothers will go to the streets and tell Mr. Biya, stop the war. Yes, and brothers and sisters, I'm not by any means trying to instigate whatsoever, but I'm standing with my people, and it's my human right to stand with my mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters. Nobody, even you in the international community watching me right now, you will not do different. You cannot fold your arms and see your mothers and fathers being killed by dictator Biya, and you say, oh, peace, let's not. No, it's time for us to retaliate. I won't listen to me, brothers and sisters. Don't we have Francophones living in our territory? For everyone, if it is your neighbor, deal with him. Let them also feel the pain. Yes, if you are living in Douala or Yaoundé, it's time for you to start dealing with them. Let them feel the pain of our people. If they don't feel that pain, they will not see the need for peace. Mr. Biya does not want to come to the table for peace. I've told you that a dictator does not understand the language of peace. A dictator understands the language of pain. Yes, for 4 years plus, we've persevered, we've folded our arms, we've cried. No one is coming for our aid. No one is coming to help us. Brothers and sisters, it's high time we take our destinies in our hands. It's high time we arise. It's high time we stand up. Yes, if you have been sleeping, it's time for you to get up from sleep. If you've been slumbering, it's time for you to get up from slumbering. This is a matter of life and death. We are facing an existential threat. Yes, this is an existential threat to us, the people of Ambazonia. And we must not by any means give in for the devil to defeat us, for the enemy, for dictator Biya, for a genocider. You know why I'm not worried? Because the international community has known and has agreed. They've confirmed that this is genocide. So we must do something to protect ourselves. It's sad that the diplomacy of the international community is so slow. They are taking so much time. When do they want to come in to stop dictator Biya? When all our brothers are dead, when our mothers are all dead. Every day in the land of Ambazonia, in the former British Southern Cameroons, you have at least 10 people being killed daily. 10 people. This morning, yesterday, while their citizens were marching and protesting against the government of Mr. Biya, they were busy killing our people who were in their houses because we refused, we will not take part in that protest. 3 years ago, when we took part in such a protest, when we manifested on the streets, they killed over 1,000 of us. What does this tell you, brothers and sisters? They hate us. They call us dogs. They call us cockroach. Do you remember that was the same language that was used against the Tutsis in Rwanda? They called them cockroach and they killed them like cockroaches. And the same thing is happening to us. It's a shame that in the 21st century, this is happening. And no one is stopping the perpetrator. Brothers and sisters, it is our collective responsibility for us to act. And the best way to defend is to attack. I decree right now, Operation Attack. Operation Attack. Anything La Republique, they must feel the pain of our people. Yes, if you wherever you live, even if it's a neighbor who is a La Republican, it's time for you to make them feel the pain. When they begin to feel the pain, they will see the need for the war to stop. They will see the need for peace dialogues. They will see the need for them to negotiate. They will see the need for peace to reign. Until then, we will always remain a victim to them. And believe me, they don't care. They don't respect human lives. They have no human dignity. They are willing to make sure we all die just for them to get our natural resources. They want to get our natural resources. France don't care. France will give them the weapons in the name of trying to protect them or colonial ties and colonial contracts. No, but France is a facilitator of this genocide. Yes, and who is operating it, who is executing it? La République du Cameroon. Brothers and sisters, I'm not mincing words and I mean exactly what I'm saying. Yes, and I take responsibility for my words. I think I have a caller on the line. Let me get the caller and get what the caller is about to say. Hello, sir. Hello, madam. Welcome to Ambazonians.
Hello, Mr. Nanchop.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, bro.
Good evening. Let me go straight to the point. I'm listening to you.
Thank you. Yes, I'm calling from Ground Zero.
Okay.
Yes, I appreciate.
Move away from your headset. Move away from your TV set. Move away from your set.
Okay, alright, thank you very much. I'm calling from Ground Zero. I because appreciate for your good work. The way you talk is very correct. What people that for Ground Zero, they don't over suffer plenty consequences. Cash parties and too much. Like the case we happened today for Liongo and Munya. Yesterday, they shoot some other people. The one for Liongo and Munya, it don't happen today. If you should be for mortuary today for general hospital, you for carry hand for up. People don't then cry, they all mommy them come up. Just because of that shit we don't pass for day. Then people don't kill them today. Mommy them all they don't craze. Mommy where they shoot if I begin them inside house, that mommy collapse today die. As I'm saying, they go shoot if I begin them inside house, then they leave the mommy, then the mommy will leave. It's just they like I don't know the kind of God we try to touch and befriend them, leave that mommy. The people you don't talk about attack, it be very correct. If they will still give this La Republic people some kind of serious pain, why not for Douala or ya when they for Chango or for Usai or any side with them day or for answers with them day. I feel say that one so will fix this matter away. But like this one, that one so will give message for outside people, for outside country. Like this UN summit when the whole at least it will signal something themselves for their hate. They will know say some problem they come because they say with the cry person not work on away in the hell way. Me and the one at the big say as we will not for aside that they were activism for aside so we will all join preach now Operation Attack so that our restaurant forces would hear as soon as they preach them, they would strategize, know what if we do, know when to attack and make them secure we citizens for here. We feel hide them, that's true. But make them try to go for that Operation Attack for La Republic. As you don't talk about so. Now otherwise get about.
Thank you. I think your point be clear enough and Ambazonians don't get her. Thank you, comrade. Now, fellow Ambazonians, before I round up, I want to touch on one thing. You see, it be sad if you see social media. Imagine when I see what La Republic do. See how La Republic they kill our people. And then you get some people where they talk say, "Mo go join Camto, we make Camto proud." So our brothers and sisters and they die and say, "Mo make Camto proud." You get people that they come for social media. They are owner for spew lies every day that they attack Dr. Sako talk. Oh, no contribute money for the IG, no contribute money for the government, no give him money. They every day. Now, caller, hold on. Imagine how you think say we go fit embark and sustain self-defense if we no contribute we for diaspora. They don't tell you say me you no contribute for your county. Now, this draft, they don't tell you me you give money for the interim government. They don't tell me give money for any policy. They say put them for your county, may you go for your village, for your LGA, and you deny. And then you are how you want me the kind of thing stop? How you want me the kind of killing stop? How? You never draft. You know one draft. Then you get an activist where you can't tell you say no draft. Which that one mean? Those are the enablers. Those are what that, when you talk about internal enabler, you just say I wanna wait till we talk about internal enabler. Internal enabler. You just say we can't tell you so. Oh look, I decide to work for the public. He no go tell you. You even fake pastor where they preach for church. You just say we can't tell you say I be fake pastor. No. He go to use what manipulate you. You go look at you go think say anytime where you had one thing say the man a fake man. No. He go can't do something, talk something where you go feel say oh no. If you be then a fake person, you know if you do the kind of thing. But example, one person like every time can't talk, you go to say oh. If you don't can't talk to that against the Republic, no that became no be in the Republic. But see what they do. Now they show. Imagine see what people they die for ground zero. Would they talk say more will increase the firepower for self-defense? It is a no and a bad thing. Ayokta say no, he must be president for that kind of thing. You see, not only those kind of negative people, our people are dying. As every day they pass, we lost 10 people. Every day, think of your head. Every day inside Ambazonians, we lost at least 10 people. Averagely 10 people. What did that one mean for you? You want me all our people die? Before that time support because man tell us something. Sooner or later, plenty of una already agree with me today. Una already agree with Dr. Sako today say we must go for self-defense, we must draft. Maybe in 2 years' time, na time when your own eye go open, na time when you can't wake up for sleep, you just say, oh no, you don't my own not correct today, we must do self-defense, we must draft. But before then, imagine 10 people that die every day in 2 years' time. Just imagine how many thousands of people would not lose them. Just because you refuse to do it way correct at the right time. There is a time for everything. Even the Bible talks. Bible says there is a time to live and a time to die. There is a time for everything. Ecclesiastes. You see, so if the time now they in the time for active self-defense and we fail for do the active self-defense because of internal enablers. Maybe in 1 year, tell your eye will can't open. So that man be tell me no do self-defense, na bad man, na lie man. But it don't let. Begin that they die. That blood is gonna for me and you ahead. Because we fail for do the correct thing at the right time. Even when we know Ambazonians are the back na papa and mommy, the right thing for do now as we talk. Urgently, now for start fight back in a hard way where La Republique you must feel the pain. We must do it now, not be tomorrow. Now, this night, now as I talk, it already get for the happen. Now you the delay we. Yes, because you need one give the boys them the thing where they get them, where they need them. We don't need one more do them. How now one more collectively succeed? When I want me to kill our picking them. When I want me to kill our mommy then. When I want me now you think so you don't move your mommy go put her for Douala. Time go come reach. We inside Douala and Yaoundé. They go the pick when I picking them and mommy them. When I write it down. Mr. Nanchop talk today because these people hate us. They hate us. Listen. There are certain things I cannot do to my enemy. There are certain things I cannot do against my enemy. Why? Because I respect the humanity in them. I respect the humanity in them. And also because of the fear of God in my heart. There are certain things I cannot do. Just because I fear God and I respect the humanity in that individual. Even though he or she might be my enemy. Even though he or she might desire my death. But because I respect the humanity in them and I fear God, I will not do that thing. But these people, La République du Cameroon, they don't care about that. We are not humans to them. They call us dogs. Remember, they call the Tutsis cockroaches and they kill them accordingly. The same thing is happening to us. And someone is telling you to be quiet and calm, to be lukewarm, do nothing, no worry. And you are doing it. They will extinguish us. They will annihilate us completely. Before you want to act, don't act when it's too late. I have a call on the line. Let me get from him or her. Hello, madam. Hello, sir. Welcome to Amber Boys.
Hello, Mr. Nanchop. Thank you so much and good evening. And I really agree with you for when you don't declare that inside house today, because this one not thy house where you don't really declare not thy house. And I just get a few things for talk. One, I say, say this thing happen now for we own land, and not only we with the respect human rights and every other abuses them, but not only we will be the victims again. And then like public now you get the prerogative for do any kind of abuse for go to any extent. And then I think say some things that they ever get limit. If they feel do all these things they go with and they then for we learn again, I think say we feel rise up and tell them that they cannot cross this door again, and it will be happen. I'm sure it's just going to work like that. You go even for negotiation, they are staggering and pulling back their legs and not doing anything. But I think we can also like give a timeline. If they don't get there, then we know we are on our own.
My brother,
and
my brother.
Yeah, I think
before you continue, we'll not get for look the timeline we don't get like probably don't pass. As we talk now this night. See, anybody you watching for Ganzoro, if you go anywhere, if you're never in a francophone, you don't get to see tomorrow morning. Now me I talk see, listen. Listen, my brother, you go continue. I will give you enough time to talk. Imagine say for 2017 we go out for do peace protests, then kill. Look what Mami for screen what they put them. We'll go out for do peace protests. They kill over 1,000 of us. Yesterday, they are picking them, go out for go do the same peace protest, they don't kill nobody. What does that tell you? People that hate you, man hate you. Man, tell you something. One person hates you. You know the worst thing will happen for you, for girl and boy. If you be gay, you do some boy, the boy hates you. He don't want you, the force your skin for you. La Republic, they kill we show because the things will the force was set for them. And now we Ambazonians, the force was set for them. Before I continue, brother, talk what you do for your mind.
Yeah, brother. Because as you talk about timeline, so that other people they go here say, they go know say at least we don't wait enough, and then we don't give timeline. Then the world now will be focused. Now, what does this timeline mean? And that time also means that when we rise up, I'm sure something is going to happen on the other side while we try our own best. And then you go for negotiation, it's still the same issue. The people are pulling back their legs and going. When we put these two things together, and we even give by the end of this month, if the populace don't go to the table and they don't stop from being in our land, we are just going to defend our land to the extreme that we can do. And then we stay there, and then now we make sure that our boys are of that kind of respect and awareness. And then
thank you.
This time, hello.
Yes, I will hear you. Just round up in 10 seconds, Papa. More continue.
All right, thank you. I'll just round up. Thank you so much. Where you don't declare die for house, because this one I read die for house. I just want to suggest one last point.
Okay.
Say so this one not die for house like this. Whether you go do the same like you do for this Amber TV something, we will see what you will do. I just want to suggest.
Okay, Papa.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
My brother, I know if you get a nice day for this really happen, but thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, country people. I be sorry, but today I be brutal. I don't take nonsense. No man know the salon say good evening because there is nothing good about the evening, and I don't want any protocol because listen. When person die today, he don't go. We don't lost that picking them forever. And we know
yes, we want to make you stay. If you know again, you don't have a nice day, then we all are going to be in trouble. See what you are doing.
Yes.
So at least accept that little one, Pam.
Yes, thank you, my brother. Wonderful. So, country people, I think we'll get the next caller already on the line. Hello, sir. Hello, madam. Welcome to Amber Voice.
Hello, Mr. Nanchop. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, mommy. Would hear you?
Yes, Papa. That talk where you talk, it don't just broke me. I don't even know what you for talk. You know, I just at my own small proposition. I say we know the way we fit make way. You know, we attack. I don't know if we fit attack like even for we zone, we attack every place at the same time. If we boys the fit.
Well, that call at the call. I'm not saying I'm going zero number. Make sure for call again. I think I'll take the next caller. Hello. Hello. If you call, I beg listen for your phone. No, the wait for you for computer before you talk. I'll take the next caller. Hello. Do you want to know one talk nothing? Be sorry. I bet if you call, talk with me for your phone. You need to wait for you your voice for computer before you off for television. Now, okay, just I get a call again. Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, would hear you, Papa?
Yeah, hello, Mr. Nanchop. First of all, I want to thank you very much for the wonderful job we
do. Come closer to your phone so that I hear you. For only hear you fine.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Nanchop.
Yes, would hear you.
Yeah, definitely. I want to thank you for the wonderful job we do. First, I want to make all Ambazonian people that know say if you did now for the revolution, we never know infiltrators them. That means I don't believe say be true born Ambazonian. Because if you look at critically the way this
when I click for the share button,
if you look at the way this our revolution they go, if you know be a true Ambazonian, that means they never see born you for that land. Because now at the time where the show say we need to fight hand to hand and foot to foot. Because if you look what will happen for Douala and other on the side, then you see that the protest, now free protest, you need the key man. The way come for Ambazonia now Operation Fire. You understand? So now at time we no need for sleep. We no need for sleep. Because the thing not be done, I say, being Vondoron declare me total non grata say all man are enemy. So anytime from now we need for the strike. And the thing now again. Only they care about that talk there, people they talk about distractor there, they call ourselves a bomb order. Just forget about that people and concentrate for the revolution. We get distractor the revolution, we don't need to think about them. We need to move ahead.
Yes.
One thing I will tell you, Mr. Nanchop, I don't watch your show, you be German Steve. Me, I know you. Man, don't forget discredit you with me, I don't know you, you understand? But one thing I will tell you, I say, even interim government, I don't know what they do because plenty of your show them for this they are very Nanchop. But they are showing, I don't know why they need to broadcast live for national station. So that is bad for me. The key revolution, thing they need to talk about be very, very instrumental for the revolution. But why they need to put that for own TV? I mean, even with TV, say be infiltrator, they don't enter on TV.
Well, we'll go talk that topic another day. Thank you for your contribution, my brother. More focus now for make the Republic feel back the pain. Thank you so much for your contribution, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nacho. One more thing, just give me 1 more minute. I want to ask say, Mr. Nacho, I believe say we get a defense forces there for ground. But the thing with the baffle me now get, even with the draft, but we need to get information how would they prepare for fight these people. But man just be worried. Then they say this position where they put some people, they just then they say they sleep and sleep. They make an revolution, they sleep. They need to give me credible information. They wait till they go. How you check up?
Well, what you don't talk, it makes sense. I will respond to that shortly. Ma, take the next caller, my brother. Thank you so much for calling. Keep calling. Yes. I think we'll get the next caller on the line. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Nanchop.
Yes, sir. Please come off your this thing.
Yeah, hello.
Come off your laptop, you can more hear you fine.
Hello?
Yes, I hear you. I said come off your laptop, you can. Come off your laptop, you can. The volume over high. Well, we hear you. I said caller with +30. I already hear you for years.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir. I hear you.
Hello, Mr. Nanchop.
Yes, Papa. Would hear you. Sorry, I got to drop the caller. If you call me, you have volume of your television high pass your own volume of your mob. How you want me? You do hear me. At least if you want to come off, even reduce the volume. Talk for that 2 minutes, then increase the volume back now, my brothers. I beg. Well, we'll get for close in 2 minutes because ABC get for come live very soon. I want to round up this talk for today. See, my brother, the thing vex me. If you be bonafide Ambazonian, where the thing really hurt you the way where people they die, then you get the problem. At least we'll get the next caller on the line. Hello, sir. Welcome to Amber Voice.
Yeah, Mr. Nanchop, yeah, na Brandy Eric.
Okay, pa, we hear you.
Thank you very much for the show today, Master. You know, this thing will happen, so you don't bring pain for all week. You know, just wake up morning, so the whole day. Because the same thing will happen today for Moya Boyade, and the same thing will happen yesterday. You know, so but the thing will really bad for me. That guy, the killer for this place in Angongam, Obama that day. I don't understand what you with this county head they do. They need to give instruction for the fighter them. They don't put goals down, they don't put lockdown, they put lockdown. When that guy them they come out the Jew. If a restoration fight they want come out, they get for come out with their gun where they know say yes, they face they kill them, but the guy they come out, I don't know why they be just the radar. Then because I get the message from audio. There's some company send for we for that for ground zero. But when they explain how the thing happened, one say they catch one of the guy, they try, if they shoot, he run with bullet, then the rest of the 4 guys and they kill them, they come out that bush, they just shoot them. So they catch the other one. I said I don't get the audio no see they will make it for
yes, pa, hold on.
Yeah.
Might tell something. We'll not get to sell after the market. You see me, Mr. Nanchop, I be a radical to the least to every fiber of my being be a radical, but yet I still be a very calm person when it be necessary. My tell something right now. I don't know whether what you are boys and do, whether they make mistake or now who do mistake. I don't care. The fact that I said no La Republic soldier no get no right for kill any Ambazonian, even if the Ambazonian are thief man. Even if the Ambazonian are criminal, La Republic has no right for kill any Ambazonian inside our territory go free. So I don't care. I don't know whether the boy the Oshman be do no. What you talk, I want to say it makes sense. But right now, what problem, Papa? You don't understand me, bro?
Yeah, I get you.
What problem? I say we get for the reach for the level for the revolution. If now you touch me, you die. You bite me, I bite you. La Republic get fulfill the pain.
No, this one, wait till you talk now. This one, it already shows it the one wipe all. Because remember, for that, this 2017, when you talk, before they arrest guy and arrest them, shoot guy there for their food. But now, so they are prison, they're already full. They just wipe all things. How they don't fool, even the La Republic people, they catch them, that time come to, they release them. And in that, they don't go match yesterday. People, they like, Bala, that in blood them. Why they go see what happened yesterday, for come to, their head go ring. They will see come out, they see support. Why Bala not even come out, condemn the killing and this day them?
Thank you.
Where yesterday not happen.
Thank you.
Just be here. Me, that time, I Pima, every brother away UK, I show him by now, he more don't cover. Because that kind of people, they can't do one support that they are Mami Pima. For the man, video move gun, just shoot them, even for Europe here. You understand, brother? You know, it be very painful. It be painful. Okay, in that blood them.
Well, now, you know what they talk to, they say, any man we don't sleep. You know, some of the enabler will get after the revolution, just like my brother, they talk intelligently. Now, because the enabler them, they still feel, say, peradventure, by any means, will still live together with the Republic. Listen, if after all this incident will not happen, as of date of today, if you hear any man where he call himself say be doctor or he use the word federate before I finish with Sean, no say that person a fool, kill him. If you feel catch him, mommy, look, deal with matter something. You see the people with the internet enabler, they'll be very dangerous. They'll be very dangerous. All the people they talk like Agbogbala and the rest of the one at the end, and they talk so. Listen, how them feel will feel live with the Republic where they kill with the kind of way, and then they can condemn the killing. I get a call on the line. Hello, sir. Hello, madam. Welcome to Amber Voice.
Mr. Nanchop, Namanyi the call.
Yes, Namanyi, would hear you, mommy.
Yeah, thank you. Really, it saddened my heart to see with mommy them, my sister them, and we picking them, they cry like that. I write something today for WhatsApp group, and I say I don't know why. Since 2017, where I don't cry. They make we try for secure with borders. Then with borders, they just be wide open. People, La Republic, they work inside freely, they come freely, can't slaughter we work go them back. You know, with no fear, with nothing that prevents them. So where did they prevent us? for secure with borders. How you could leave your door open? You could be say you be papa for house, you leave your door open for any man for enter your house. It really did bother me plenty. And as we talk, we bought on a first thing, and then self-defense. So we look out for the black leg them for La Republic and what they did inside we land, because why it be say when they can't do this killing, they never mistakenly kill a La Republic citizen. Never one day for inside Ambazonian land. So why it be say that who the show them say na Ambazonian the stay for here, na Ambazonian the stay for here, and no touch that house because na La Republic citizen that stay inside. So we see say La Republic citizen they sell we, for slaughter like cow, and then they protect themselves. This will not be the first time Camps don't organize. The first time they be use a rubber bullet for shoot their citizens. They not be use no one life bullet, but when they become for we own bullet and rain, it could be animal. These people are thieves. The one who can't steal with land, the one who can't take anything, they will be enemy. Nothing more because they say the enemy comes to steal and to destroy. And that is exactly what they are doing. They are stealing from us, they are killing us, and they are destroying our property.
Yes, thank you, Mom.
I will answer here. Thank you.
Yes. Mark, talk. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and to destroy. Three things. Not be only for steal and destroy. Kill in the day. He can for kill, steal, and destroy. I go round up now because ABC don't come live and we'll go for support. By the way, I want to just use this point for talk this. Listen, Papa Mami then. I'll be live again tomorrow for 5 o'clock Amber time. I will come up, we'll continue for day. But before then, I want to talk something. You see the humanitarian, IG launched a humanitarian draft. Wait, for support our refugees. Sometimes Ambazonians, they don't know, say, we get prisoners, they will defeat them. Because La Republic, they give our people chop, even inside prison. Now we defeat them. If you understand, we get prisoner, they will defeat them, now we get for give them chop. Hold on, caller. This one will be the last caller for the day. Just hold on, caller. Like we know the give them chop, so now we will defeat them. We get prisoners around the one go for lawyer court, we send them lawyer them, all those things. One way they sick, fight at the other, now we take care for them. You see, and no be only that the refugees them when I see video the other day, refugees that they cry, so they don't have to give them chop. Now what people we no feel left all these people. We no feel left. Would they try to fight for one side? Yes, but what about the one the way? Now that fight, you see, say this one, if we don't, you want to talk about the drafting. This draft be so important because if me and you would draft and we increase the firepower, it will make our get less casualties. If we feel make our environment become more safe for the people for stay there, and we put the battle only along the border, people don't go be well for villages. They not go, we not going to get now humanitarian crisis, lady one. You see, so we get for all of you, we get for support this interim government humanitarian draft. If you say, oh, you know, I'm putting money for war, okay, then put them for take care for the mammy them and villagers and people, refugee them, prisoner them. You see, now our responsibility. You feel it say, oh, your brother not did it, your sister not did it. Don't be that reckless and irresponsible. Take the challenge to do something good for humanity, for your own people. I cannot overemphasize on this. And this is one of the purpose for the IG humanitarian draft. I will round up now in 2 minutes after this caller will round up, so that we'll go now for the ABC Amber TV, we'll support them. Yes. So I don't want to come up tomorrow. Why you to do a caller get for Tewi? Hello, caller.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Nanchop.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah, the evening really bad. As you earlier told, not been a good evening, a very bad evening.
Yes.
So the only amount of contribution we have to give them for all the Ambazonians, especially when they back home, the only thing I say, the only way forward, the only people if you attack them, they will make like they feel the pains that the cities in them for like already stay inside our land. Needless for attack Ekelebe as well. Ekelebe couldn't, if need be, will kill them. They need not be the people when they give, when they infiltrate, they make the Ekelebe, they enter right inside our room. There's no place where they keep the cops enough. Now those like Republic citizens where they stay inside, we not them. If we not deal with those people, then means we just train our attack of the fire back. Now the only way forward that attack the francophones inside Ambazonia as Chris and we do earlier talk. Among small contribution.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. So, fellow Ambazonians, no, but also we talk about social media. I don't just talk them. The one I don't talk them, at least I don't talk them as a voice to the revolution. You fit talk through your pocket. You fit talk in private. Enter your county. You definitely, you know, boys and for village should they get hurt. Why not go sponsor that kind of boy and give all the AK-47? Say that boy they will do better work. But the boy them when kill a baker with AK, they not get the one for bush, they kill them. We get to change the story. We get to change the story. We get to change this game. I rest my case. I don't feel overemphasized. I don't tell on a way to be necessary. More go over for ABC. As I talk tomorrow, I will come up, continue.